Good evening, everyone. My name is Claudia Massey, and I am excited to be here with you all this evening for another episode of the Reclaiming My Life podcast. And tonight we will be talking about the weight we carry and how it can affect us mentally. So, I want to share a testimony with you all because, of course, this is reclaiming my life. And we share our trials and trauma. And then we talk about how we overcome those trials and trauma and reclaim. So, we're talking about weight tonight. We can talk about the weight we carry, our body weight. We can talk about the weight of life, all the weight we carry on our backs. But tonight, the testimony I'm going to share with you all. Last year, March, one of my daughters had taken a photo of me, and I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I must do something. I noticed, wow, I had gained a lot of weight, but me being the confident person I am, I have very high self esteem. I wasn't looking at myself every day like, you're overweight or you're fat or I don't put myself down, you know what I mean? But, sometimes someone have to maybe show you yourself, and we believe in that constructive criticism. Okay, I said constructive, y'all, constructive criticism. So when I saw the photo, I was like, okay, it was March 25th last year, my oldest daughter's birthday. We were out eating, having a good time, putting on more weight. And so I said, okay, you know what? Not tomorrow, because you have to really make up in your mind that you're ready. You're ready to commit to doing something. So I said, I need time. I need a week. So I said, okay, April 1st, I need to start a new journey here. And when we say that, sometimes it's hard to lose weight because we don't want to commit. We want to continue to eat our bread and our rice and all of these starches and the sweets and whatnot. So, I said, look at myself in the mirror. And sometimes, you have to talk to yourself and you don't have to be so nice, okay? And I'd be like, you got to get rid of this. It's too much stomach. It's too much this, too much that. Get yourself together, okay? Encourage yourself. You put it that way, encourage yourself. And so April the 1st last year, I started a journey and I just cut out my sugars and starches. And by July, I had lost 20 pounds. And this is what we should be doing. And this is what I said, this is what I should have been doing. Why don't we do this? Why aren't we conscious of what we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies? Healthy foods, vegetables, and fruits and meats. We don't have to have all the bread and the starches. And I know it's good though. But after losing 20 pounds, let me say, and that was what in 3 or 4 months, because I was committed. That's the word right there, committed. We can't be lazy when we really want something. It's almost like a business, starting a business. I really want it, but I don't want to put in the work. A lot of times we want people to give us something, but it's a good feeling. You feel so accomplished when you start from the bottom and then you make it and you say, I did that. You know, you did it. You put in the work. I want to bring my co host on because, I'm excited, about commitments. Of course, a lot of times how weight can affect our mental health. Dr. Tyson, come on in and talk to us how people can get depressed. And, we can get into teen suicide. We can get into adults, just being depressed because, they don't feel they're pretty enough, watching people on social media and comparing themselves to other people. But no one's willing to put in the work. They want a fast fix. Talk to us.
Yes, everything's about, do you have a quick fix for me? Do you have this pill that I can do this? But first, we have to identify what is our relationship with food. Are we eating when we're stressed? Because sometimes people stress eat.
Mm-hmm.
Bills are due, kids are acting up, and the first thing they do is they go to that comfort food or that food to eat to help relieve stress. Are we eating because of things that happened in the past? Or do we have a negative relationship with food? Or when something happened at home, or when our parents tried to get us to do something, would they bribe us with food? So first we got to
Mm-hmm.
think about what is our relationship with food. And then, like you said, you got to sit down and you got to be motivated. Okay, what are my
Mm-hmm.
goals here? What am I trying to do? Do I want to switch over and start this eating healthier habits? Like you said, getting those fruits and vegetables in. Am I ready for that? Because like you said, there's so many things that especially teens and women that we see on social media, and we don't realize there's all these different apps that people use. And then when you look at that person in real life, they don't look like what you see on their social media. We
Right.
have become so programmed of looking like what we see in magazines and social media. And then if we could just stop looking at our bodies and comparing ourselves to other people and just love the person that we are. And then the other
Yes.
thing is setting realistic goals. Sometimes we self-sabotage
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. We're like, okay, this is New Year. I'm going to do this, 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 this. You're going to stress yourself out trying to do all those 5 things.
Right.
Just focus on one thing. Okay, I'm gonna, like you said, clean out the carbs. Focus on that and maybe do that
Mm-hmm.
for a month. And then say, okay, the next month, I'm gonna add exercise in there. Maybe I'm gonna start walking. So build upon
Mm-hmm.
each thing. So be successful with that one thing, then add something else. But don't layer on 5 different things, because you're gonna
Right.
get burned out. You're gonna get stressed out because you're trying to do 5 different things to lose weight instead of focusing on one. And as you achieve that, then go into the next thing.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Tyson. I love that you said set realistic goals, and that's what I had to do because I know that works for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that I can cut out sugars and starches. Now, when you're talking about exercising, I know that's not for me. And one reason with my health issues, I said, walking, yes, but I know that I'm not going to take the time, to do that. So I said, okay, I had to go back to the Bible, the Bible text. If you don't work, you don't eat. Look, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to put in the work to work out, so I'm not going to eat sugars and starches. Okay.
Exactly. Do what's realistic for you. Yes.
Yes, yes. And also I want to say I actually started this journey with a friend, and I'm not going to call that friend out, but I
Okay.
want to say, I want to say to the people, because sometimes, we need an accountability
Yeah.
partner,
Yes.
but even if your partner quit, if you are, willing and committed and you know what you need to do for you, don't quit. Don't
Yes.
quit. Stay on your journey. Don't quit. If you have to do it alone, do it alone. And hey, you want that summer body? And for me, some people might say, well, you say you lost 20 pounds by July, 3 or 4 months. So you haven't lost any more weight, because when July hit, that was my birthday month, and I felt real good, real good. Like we're talking about realistic goals, this has to be a lifestyle
There you
change
go.
to
Yeah.
maintain that. And I
Yeah.
wasn't willing, okay, and committed for the lifestyle change. But I'm just more conscientious about the things I eat. And that's why I haven't gained the 20 pounds back. But, I know how to lose weight, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to commit to lose the weight. Um, Come on in, Tramika, and talk to us about this weight.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
back to when you were saying about some people can be depressed about the weight. I know a
Mm-hmm.
person, a lady. She was a heavyweight lady, beautiful still, but she would always crack jokes on herself about her weight because she felt like others were looking at her or wanted to crack a joke. So she would start it herself. And I thought, why
Mm-hmm.
would you do that? But as I was reading it in the Bible, and I was trying to find something about weight. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking and I'm digging. In the Bible, it doesn't really speak much about weight, but it encourages us to care for our bodies, and good nutrition
Mm-hmm.
is naturally part of that. You know, God cares about man's physical comfort and well-being, and food is meant for nutrition and good health. You know, and like you said, you had to you cut out your sugars and your starches. You know, that's a start. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to cut out everything. But our bodies
Right.
can be considered machines, you know, that carry us from place to place as we carry out the work that God has planned for us. And Ephesians 2 and 10 speaks on that. An unhealthy body will make us really slow and prone to illness. Therefore, good nutrition can help us support our service for God. You know, we can't continue to do God's work and we can barely even get up out the bed. You know, we tired all the time and sluggish, you know. So we have to, you know, think about good nutrition, you know, and it
Mm-hmm.
takes one day at a time. Like you said, you have to get your mind right. You got to get your mind
That's
right.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly. You definitely got to get that mind right.
Mhm, mhm.
That's for sure. And remember now, what works for one doesn't work for everyone. You
Right.
know, someone else just work out and eat all they want to eat and they can lose
Mhm,
weight. You know, and
mhm.
that may not work for me. So, you know, don't, you know, look at the next person and say, you know, well, hey, she losing weight or he losing weight and I can't lose weight. You have
Right.
to find out what works for you, you
Right.
know. Dr.
Exactly.
Tyson, you have any last words?
Yes, all I gotta say is change your mindset regarding your weight loss, but don't give up. So there may be some
Mm-hmm.
setbacks, but don't give up. This doesn't happen overnight. So you're gonna have a setback, but that's okay. Remember, the
Mm-hmm.
next day is a new day. Start again. Hey, I'm gonna reset.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Tramika?
All I can say is good health is something, you know, we take for granted until we start to lose it. You know, when our health takes a downturn, we quickly begin to question our habits and our diet. So we have to stay on one accord, you know, mind wise, you know, do I need to eat this? Is this good for me? Is this going to help me or not? You know,
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know, and I want to say, you know, don't stress. Don't stress yourself. You know, like Dr. Tyson said, each day is a new day. And
yeah,
sometimes, you know, we may look at ourselves and say, I can't do it. You
yeah,
know, but you can do it.
yes.
Just cut out one thing. If you're eating candy bars, you love candy. Try to, if you can't stop, you know, because sometimes it's hard to just stop. Like give up all my candy, you know.
Right.
Um, cut back. You
Yeah.
know, if you're a nighttime snacker, look, that used to be me. Used to be. I realized that I had to look over my daily routine. Like,
Mhm,
what am I eating? And
mhm,
I know me and my husband used to get in the bed and look at a movie. And I mean, all right, baby, you know, get this, get that. Like we bring it to bed and we're watching our movie and then we're going to sleep. So, you
Hmm.
know, for over a year now, we haven't done that, you know, because we realized, that was one thing. You know, like I said, sugars and starches, that was another thing. So you see, just those things alone is going to help me lose weight. The
Hmm.
nighttime snacking, the sugars, the starches, you know. So look over your daily routine and just write down everything you're eating and say, all right, what can I do without? And we're
mhm.
not talking about the vegetables. What can I do without? You know, maybe you're drinking four sodas a
Right.
day. Hey, cut back to two. You know, you can start. You have to start
Yeah.
to make it work. But you know, it doesn't matter what I say, Dr. Tyson said, or Tramika say. You know, until you make it up in your mind that you want to be committed to your journey. It's not my journey for you or anyone else's. This is your journey. When you decide, I need to do something, when you decide that you need to put one foot in front of the other, if it's just walking a half mile a day, that's more than what you were doing. And then it'll start feeling good. Like, you know, you'll start feeling better about yourself, you know, and then you'll be committed to doing more. If you see that you've lost 1 pound in a month, that's more than what you were doing, you know. So start your journey. And I promise you that you will be able to reclaim your life.